You know how we start every show. We're going to be doing some callers tonight. So get ready to call in when I give the word. But let me do the promo first. You can promote your content everywhere on all of my networks, social media, that is, for only $100. That's the Twitter, the Facebook, the YouTube community, the Instagram stories, and the threads for only $100. Hit me on the DM. Let's go. Okay. Where the people at? Don't forget.
Doggie Diamonds did this.
Let me know where you from in the chat. Everybody sign in and let me know where you from, where you at. As for me, you know, B.I.G. Brooklyn. Not we talking about the Albee Square Mall Brooklyn, the Kings Plaza Brooklyn, the Conways Brooklyn, the Murray's Corner Brooklyn, the Broadway Junction Brooklyn. I don't know about that new Brooklyn that they doing now. I don't got nothing to do with that. I'm just from BK, the real BK. You know what I'm saying? We got Connecticut in the building. Yes. Make sure you hit that like button too. And don't forget,
Doggie Diamonds did this.
I'm going to be going live more frequent. I'm going to have y'all involved in the shows as far as callers. Woolworths, McCrory's, Gimbals. Yes. Heritage Hip-Hop in the building. Yes. Y'all could call in tonight too. I'm going to have the call-in number available for y'all tonight. You know what I'm saying? Playback gang, if you watching on the playback, you know you can just skip all of this. Unfortunately, y'all shouldn't be skipping nothing. You should just be sitting there, chilling, putting it on the big screen TV, or the computer, the tablet, the iPad, or the phone, whatever you got, and watch, tune in. Make sure you hit that like button, and if you're on the phone, you can hit the hype button too. You know, Cash App is available as well. If you want to support the platform, you can do that as well. You know what I'm saying? All right, I'm ready. I'm ready to get to the callers. You know what I'm saying? All right, I'm here. It'd be funny looking at the character of myself and then how I made it look so much like me and act like me and having my damn same facial expressions and all that. This is all fun to do to create. When you create something and it look dope, you just be happy. What's up, y'all? How's everybody doing? Of course, I am Doggie Diamonds. This is Doggie Diamonds TV. This is Doggie Diamonds No Filter. Also, it is a podcast. So you can hear this on all podcast streaming platforms, whether it's Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Everything is in the description box, so you ain't gotta look too far.
Doggie Diamonds did this.
You get some more sound effects too. But how's everybody doing? As for me, I am chilling. I can't complain because ain't nobody listening. A lot going on the internet today. I don't know. You know, y'all got some new sayings. Y'all be like clickbait, rage bait, engagement farming. I don't know about none of that stuff. I think I kind of know what clickbait used to mean. If you put something up and it wasn't false. Now it means if you put something up to get people to click it. I'm not really mad at clickbait, you know, because every title you want somebody to click it, right? They say in rage bait is when you messing with people. It's kind of like trolling. Engagement farming, I don't know what none of that stuff is. I don't know what none of that is. Because regardless whatever you do to get traffic, somebody's gonna say something, but at the end of the day, this is all about getting traffic. Because when you try to come on here and be integral and just really give a real spiel about the culture, nobody gives a good goddamn. So you do what you do to get traffic. And also, if you if you scan the QR code, you get everything with me. So if you don't want to look in the description box, just scan the QR code. I hope that whatchamacall is not covering up, because I do have a subscribe button over it. So I'm gonna test it out myself. If that subscribe button is messing up the QR code, then I'm gonna move it. So I'm gonna test it out myself right now. Did it work? Oh, it still worked. Okay, cool. So this is what's going on. Max B was just recently on $1 million worth of game, and they was talking about old school stuff. Of course, I can't play it, but they was talking about old school rappers, and Wallow is for old school. Gilly was very animated about how he don't like old school dudes, but Wallow brought up Big Daddy Kane, and Max B said that he's better than Kane and more relevant. Part of me was like, I feel every rapper should feel like they're better than somebody. I really think that. I think every rapper should say that they're better than another rapper. But I think when you say, I think you got to categorize it and be able to speak it and say it where it makes sense. So if you want to say relevant, yes, because really relevant is the conversation, right? So I could have somebody on here and you could say they're not relevant, but if the conversation we're having is relevant, then that's what it is, right? So we also could have Big Daddy Kane, who's an icon, a legend, DMX, icon, a legend, Rakim, icon, a legend. As much as people like Max B, I don't really think that he's a icon and a legend. Um, because we could name 10 DMX songs like this. 10. We could name at least 5 songs that might be top 10 songs of all time from DMX. My favorite DMX song happens to be Slippin', one of the greatest songs ever made. Slippin' is up there. Is Get At Me Dog. Like, DMX got songs that's top songs of all time. Big Daddy Kane, come on now. Ain't No Half Steppin', Raw, Smooth Operator. Young, Gifted, and Black. I could go on, but I'm a fan of his, so I don't want to seem biased. So I just named them 3. Rakim. I came through the door. I said it before. I never let the mic magnetize me no more. That record right there might be top record of all time. Especially when we dealing with Eric B as president. We talking about juice. We talking about damn, when we think about Rakim, it's Move the Crowd. It's just so many records that we love. But when we say Max B and we think about records, what record we gonna say? What record we gonna say? Even we gonna go off his collaborations. I mean, DMX, 24 Hours to Live is one of the greatest verses ever. Big Daddy Kane, The Symphony, Just Rhyming with Biz. Rakim don't even really do collaborations, but the collaboration that he did with Mobb Deep. So I think for any artist, until you could get in that space of 20 years later, we talking about you, and arguably, Rakim and Big Daddy Kane and DMX might be in people top 5 of all time. Arguably, Rakim is people's GOAT. Arguably, Big Daddy Kane is people's GOAT. Arguably, DMX is people's GOAT. But I feel like he was supposed to say he's better than him. But when you say you're relevant, of course we're going to be relevant in this time, but will you be relevant later on? And when we're talking about music, I don't think Axl Rose would shit on Jerry Garcia, right? I don't think any rock and roll artist would ever disrespect Jimi Hendrix. I think hip hop is the only genre where you get aged out. You better have all your jibs. You're not allowed to grow old. You're not allowed to put in work in this culture, and you have to stay young. You're not allowed to age in hip hop. You're not allowed to fall off a little bit, and you got to stay young looking forever. But what I didn't understand was, I thought it would have been a little bit more defense of Kane in that situation, just putting him in a legend category. So if he said Kane wasn't in the kiosk and he didn't see him since 87, that was far off because Big Daddy Kane came out in 88. 88. Time to set him straight. You know what I'm saying? And ain't no half stepping. Word. I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? But I get that you're supposed to say certain things because it's going to get us talking. I'm not really bothered by what he said, though, because the reason why it don't bother me, because this is our fault. We the only culture that don't protect our legends. Legends are supposed to be untouchable as long as they keep a strict code of conduct and they don't mess up their legendary status by doing things outside of the culture. But I think he's supposed to say that. I mean, like Big Daddy Kane is nice because he stated that the only people he feels he's not better than is Jay-Z, Biggie, and Nas. Now, Jay-Z and Biggie is Big Daddy Kane's firstborn kids. That's just the truth. If you're not better than Kane or if you're not better than Biggie or Jay-Z, you ain't bigger than Kane. You ain't better than Kane because they are direct descendants of Big Daddy Kane. This can't be disputed. And when you say that Big Daddy, when they try to say Kane was only hot for a couple of years, that was a different time. This is Tower Records. This is shit that we had to go out and buy the records and people was doing it, right? But the man is still doing shows and probably like 60 years old. And I listen, I rock with Max. But I felt like that put Dame Grease in a little weird situation because we know Dame Grease, how much he fucked with X too. And DMX was special. DMX had all of those problems that he had. Internally, externally, it played out before our eyes, right? But for a long time, DMX always delivered when it came to that music. like I said, mm, slipping is, you know, that's just like one of my favorite records ever. You know, and I didn't really think DMX, well, I knew he had hits, right? Versus exposed me to a lot because he went against Snoop Dogg. And I was like, hold up. DMX holding his own. I forgot about money, power, and respect, verses and all that. You know what I'm saying? And not to mention, like Chico Lowe just stated, DMX sold a lot of records when people had to go out. There was no streaming. There was no sitting in a crib and you know, not liking something. See, this is the thing about numbers we have to be careful of with numbers, right? See, when we deal with numbers, you could listen to something because you don't like the person. You could listen to something and critique it. You could watch somebody to hate on them and still give them a stream and number. I know that all too well. I got probably haters on the fly right in here right now. Not nobody in the chat, but it's people watching me that don't like me, right? But they're giving me the number. That don't mean that they like me. So I can't always go off of, yo, I did this amount of views. That don't mean the people like you. But when DMX was out, you're not going to go buy that record to say you don't like him because you had to spend your money. So it's a little different between saying I did these amount of streams and what I did and selling records. Selling records was people lining up Tuesday night, or it was Monday night at 12 a.m. for that album to drop. Lines, in stores, record signings, tapes, shipping, it was different things, doing radio. That's not the same. We can't compare streams to people physically getting out of their bed. Some people camping out to buy records. It's not the same. Because a hater can watch you. But a hater ain't gonna go buy your shit. Hater ain't gonna spend your money. See, somebody who love you ain't even gonna spend the money on you sometimes, especially in this economy. You understand what I'm saying? So we can't always go by these fluke stream numbers. And then when we found out that, the bots and buying stuff, you couldn't do all of that back then. You had to physically buy it. And then when we went out in the streets, we seen the impact of the car going past, playing Ain't No Half Stepping. When we was out in the street, we rolled past and we heard stop, drop. When we went past, we heard the car sip the juice. I got enough to go. We heard that. We heard that. The impact, when, back when it was clubs, back when it was the Muse, home base, speed, we heard the effects of this music. And when the music came on, we seen live performances of dudes like, yo, he buy, and who fucking with Kane on a performance? Not too many people ain't fucking with Kane on no performance to this day. So the eras is different, and I understand the era that we in, and I'm not mad at the era we in, because what I'm not going to do is want a VCR. You know what I'm saying? I know where we at. We're not in VCR times. We're in digital times. So I gotta respect it. The other day, I just bought The Kid with the Golden Arms, and it's in my I got it forever now. My cable company gave me like $2, and I looked. The Kid with the Golden Arms was $2. I said, whoop, I got this. I watch it every day. Right? So I get it. By the way, the super chat is available, and the Cash App is available. And the reason why I'm saying that too, because I'm in talks with a lot of people, but they got to see numbers from me. So that's why I'm back on here hard. And a lot of times y'all say y'all want to see your favorite content creator win, but y'all decide that by hitting the like, hitting the share, supporting the platform. Y'all really decide that. Y'all got more control than you think you have. So if it's $1, $2, just seeing them, that money come through and you get go on the screen, YouTube be like, oh, this nigga channel worth something. So I just wanted to tell y'all that. Anything Shaw Brothers. I'm gonna get all the Shaw Brothers. Five Deadly Venoms, the Crippled Avenger, the Mask Avengers, Five Elemental Ninjas. I know all the Shaw Brothers joints. But we not talking about that. Oh, 36 Chambers too. We off that. So I get Max. Max is supposed to say, like, if you say to me, you know, who's better than you at streaming, I'm not gonna put nobody before me, but I'm also not gonna be delusional. And if it's somebody that predate me, which there ain't, oh, Star. You know, I put Star in a space that although we don't do the same thing, I feel like he pioneered something and gave me a way to something to emulate, right? Because he comes from radio, he comes from print, comes from public access. I didn't do all of that. Just like how I respect Elliott Wilson. You know, Elliott Wilson comes from word processors and typewriters. I don't come from that. So anybody in this journalism space that was out prior to me and put in work that I didn't put in, I respect them. And I will always hold them in high regard. No matter how they feel about me, they get mad at me or whatever, I still cannot demote what they mean and what they put in the culture. That's one thing that we do. You know, minute somebody don't like you, the first thing they start saying is how you ain't shit. But it's like, yo, so I thought I was a legend. I thought I was all this shit. Oh, so you mad now? I ain't nothing. Heard you. That's why I don't like to be called a legend, because I don't think legends are respected in this culture. You know, again, we're only judged by what we're doing right now. And he gave that up because he said, what have you done for me lately? That's what he said. What have you done for me lately? And I don't think that that's fair, because as Black creators, yo, we internal, man. Eternal, rather. We internal, because you could be, listen, shout out to Easy Mo B, my big bro. He taught me something one night. One day, me and him had one of our many long conversations. And he said, yo, as an artist, you want to make cookout music. You want to make barbecue music. He said, you want to make music that's going to get played when all the family is together or some festivities, and they play your music at the cookout. I never looked at it like that. And I was like, yo, you could play Smooth Operator at the cookout. You could play Eric B. as president at the cookout. Sadly, you could play What They Want From Him at the cookout. I don't know one Max B record you could play at the cookout. And I'm not talking about the cookout in 2026. I'm talking about the cookout at 2036, 2046. See, you still gonna be able to play that Rakim, that Kane, and that DMX. What you gonna play from Max B? And I think as an artist, that's what he needs to work on. Because he also made a statement. He said that what artist you know that could sing, rap, and get the B words going. Hold up. Respectfully, no flagrancy, but Big Daddy Kane, DMX was considered to be sex symbols by women. That's just the truth. I mean, that's what I said, by women. I'm not co-signing that. But shit, they're loved by women. DMX, Big Daddy Kane. What are we talking about? And respect to Max B, but I was looking at his hat that he had on. You think if Big Daddy Kane ain't wear them hats, you could wear them hats? Do you think if Big Daddy Kane didn't wear them hats, you could wear them hats? You think if Rakim and Big Daddy Kane didn't put on them big ass cables, them track suits, them suits, you think you could dress like that? They opened the door for that. Because prior to that, dudes was dressing with tassels on and netted shirts and shit and shoulder pads and shit. So the style of dress, we got the credit Big Daddy Kane and Rakim and Run DMC and them. But prior to them, the generation before them, they was wearing some wild shit. So the smooth suits, the hats, we gotta credit Kane for that. We gotta credit Rakim. You understand what I'm saying? Just talking about stylish and fashionable. Rakim, they was wearing Dapper Dan when we ain't even, I was too little. I didn't know what Dapper Dan was. I didn't know what Gucci was. I didn't know what none of that high-end shit was. I'm BK. I'm in Brooklyn. What the hell do I know about that? I'm 8 years old. What do I know about all of that high-end stuff? But they had that. The MCM jacket that Kane had on in Self-Destruction. He had on a whole trench coat. The high top fade to fashion. So you can't, when we talking about influence and cultural influence, respectfully, Max, you can't do that. And then DMX was the polar opposite. He ain't got on no fly shit. But his just aura was fly. His aura was fly. And another thing that they had over you, Max, is that conviction, that enunciation, that performance. That performance. DMX performance, we seen him rock festivals by himself, asthmatic, about to fall out. And we see at least 60, 70,000 people moving. You gotta keep it real. So I understand any artist saying or thinking. Shout out to my cousin Tad. He said to me, there's a book. No, he said there's a book about thinking. But then he also said to me, just because you think something, that don't mean it's true. You heard that? Just because you think something, that don't mean it's true. You said I'm muted? Why y'all can't hear me? I can hear me. What the hell happened? I can even see myself coming up on the screen. What happened? It's all going through. Yo, they tripping. I'm telling you, they tripping. Because I could still see myself on the screen. I could see everything. I could even see, the I'm about to say, because I could even see the damn captions coming up. What the hell? Anyway, I don't know what happened. All right. So without further ado, I need y'all. Come up in here. If there's no sound, refresh. But I need y'all to come up in here and call in and let me know what y'all think. Where's the call-in number at? It's somewhere around here. Is this it? That's the call-in number. I want y'all to call in and let me know what y'all think. Just watch the language. Let's just try to respect everybody, I guess. And that's it. So call in. Let me know what y'all think. The number is 516-218-6898. 516-218-6898. Call in. Let me know what you think. I'm here. You know what I mean? Give me a call. Don't be afraid, too, man. Don't be afraid. Oh, we got our first caller. 914, what's your name? Where you calling from?
My name is Tashima. I'm calling from Albany.
Tashima from Albany. So you see what I'm talking about and you heard what's going on. What do you think?
I feel like Max B needs to get in the studio and create some more music
Okay.
to make it a conversation, you know?
Will he ever catch up in your eyes? Can he catch up to Big Daddy Kane, Rakim and DMX in your eyes?
I mean, he can be influential, but in every respect, those other artists did their legacy already, so he can't touch that.
Okay. I got you. I got you. I got you. Okay. Thank you for calling and make sure you hit the like button for me. It's important. And then after the stream, I just need you to leave a comment because it helps everything that I'm doing. Okay. Thank you very much. Call in, man. 516-218-6898. Call in. Let yourself be heard. Call in. And if you think Max is right, call in. You know. What's going on? You're live on Doggie Diamonds TV.
Yo, salute, doggy. What's going on?
What's going on? Can't complain. Nobody listening.
Yo.
Go ahead, though.
Yo, man, this is blasphemy, man. Big Daddy Kane is a legendary artist, iconic. And Max B, to me, he's just a gimmick. He's a good artist. Don't get me wrong. He got his little thing going on. But you can't compare to Kane. Kane was, you know, since I was going to high school in Westinghouse, since the late 80s.
Wow, you said Westinghouse.
Kane been running.
Let me ask you something.
Man, you know,
let me ask you
Kane,
something.
Kane's official.
Let me ask you something. If you could put one Max B song against a Big Daddy Kane song, what would it be?
It's none. Because Daddy Kane was something like, he was one of the icons since I was, you know, in high school, like I said. And when I heard him the first time, I said, man, this guy's a legendary artist, man. Not only that, he could rap, he could dance.
Right.
He was an artist.
Right.
And Max B don't have that showmanship that Big Daddy Kane has. So I got to salute Big Daddy Kane and give him his props, man. And we got to respect our elders and our icons who paved the way. And a lot of cats don't think about that, man. He brought that swag. Big Daddy Kane had the flat top, the jewelry.
He also
swag.
said Rakim and DMX too, though. Let's not forget that.
Yeah, that's why. Because DMX is, you know, these cats are legendary, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? They had legendary albums, and they were icons in the hip hop genre. So
Right.
you got to give them their props, man. And Max B should know better and just have a little humbleness. You know what I mean? Sometimes you got to be humble and just give the props to the forefathers and do your thing, man. You know what I mean? And that's all I got to say, doggy, man. But
Got
salute to you, man.
I appreciate
Respect.
you. I just need you to hit that like button for me, bro.
No doubt.
Right.
Salute.
Appreciate
BK.
you. Yep. All right. Yes, Brooklyn in the building always.
Doggie Diamonds did this.
Damn. Because we putting a lot of emphasis on Kane, but he said Rakim and X. Woo, you feeling good about yourself when you say Rakim and DMX? You don't have a case, bro. Just for real. Like I said, you know I rock with Max. You don't have a case. You're live on Doggie Diamonds TV. What you think about what we talking about?
What I think is that this is all blasphemy. How we even talking about Max B when he ain't never had an album? Even talk about Rakim or DMX or Big Daddy Kane. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with everybody talking about? And guess what? His mixtapes didn't even surpass 50 or Wheezy's.
Right. But you know what? Did you notice that he has a very big online fan base?
Yeah.
What you think about them?
Yeah, the fan base is great, but guess what? That's mixtape material.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Let's be serious. And he's rocking right now with a #1 single that's hit up by Rick Ross.
So if you had to pick your favorite Max B song, what would it be?
There wasn't one.
Damn. Not one?
I liked it. I liked it. I like Wavy Crockett mixtape when I was out there on the block doing what I was doing. That
Got
was
you. Got you.
it. But all that other stuff, you can't knock them. You ain't got no album.
Right. Got you. All right, bro. Thank you for calling in. Just hit that like button for me, okay?
Yo, definitely.
All right, peace. If there's anybody out there who's who agrees with Max, please call in. Damn, Maxie Pad B is the mouse compared to Kane. Shout out to Brian Tucker for setting off that super chat. What's up? You live with Doggie Diamonds TV?
Hello?
Yeah, you live. What's going on? What you think about what we talking about?
What's going on, man? How you feeling tonight?
Can't complain.
I'm pretty much all right. I'm shocked, bro. I'm shocked right now. I don't I fuck with Max B part my
Go ahead.
But yeah, I'm shocked.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I can't imagine him actually doing that. I think it's like a humiliation ritual or something like that going on. I think it's more deeper, you know, for him especially to, you know, be pushed by French Montana a lot without him like standing on his own 2 feet. You know, I mess with a lot of people in the industry. You know, I know a lot of people, but this right here is like, I don't know. I think it's like, I don't know. I think maybe it's for like more, you know, like, I don't know, man. It's shocking because I seen it last night surfacing all on YouTube, and I'm like, get out of here, man. Like, come on.
Right.
You know, so truth of the matter is that I know he's corny. I mess with him, like, you know what I mean? Like, I just think he's just corny for this, man. This is shocking. It's shocking, bro.
And is it all three that bother you, or is it the Kane, Rakim, or X, or is it all equivalent that bothered you?
It's all. It's all of them. It's
right.
all. I grew up on Kane, 86. You know, Flat Top. You know all that, and Kane. You know, Rakim. You know, he's solid.
Right.
So I don't even know what he's talking about. You know,
right.
I looked at the video with him in it, and I'm shocked, man. I'm just like, what is he talking about? Like who put this man to this? Like, you know what I mean?
Right. I got you, fam.
But,
yeah. Joe, thank you for calling in, man. Make sure you hit that like button for me.
All right, for sure. This is Queen Southside, bro.
Yes, sir. We outside. All right, later on. Peace. Yeah, what you think, man? Call in. The number is 516-218-6898. 516-218-6898. All I'm gonna do is ask y'all to hit the like button after the video. If you can hype the video, yeah. Damn. What? Again, if we was going to 910-309, you on the phone with Doggie Diamonds. What's your name? Where you calling from?
What's up, Doggie? This is your brother, man. I'm in Far Rock, so you know what this is.
Okay. Go ahead.
I just want to say one thing that got me kind of perplexed. I seen the whole interview, right? Like, it was some names that he kind of missed as far as work ethic. We talking about the Kanye's. Yeah, he didn't even mention him. Let's not forget that. Like, it was some names that he put Biggie up there. It was it's a couple of that's supposed to be. I didn't hear no Pac. Like,
because that Pac is a part of his name, right?
Yeah.
Biggerville is Biggie, Jay-Z, and Pac.
I know that, and that's what kind of threw me off. So I thought definitely them would be up there. But I'm gonna show you what's even funnier. And I love what he's doing. I love that he came home, he's functioning, doing what he got to do, doing the shit that he got to do. I respect that. But here's the crazy shit: it's dudes like Fabi that been out here for the last couple of minutes, doing dead songs with Kanye, Alicia. Like, the work ethic. When you talk about work ethic, I look at it as not only how many songs you put out there, because if that was the case, then I would be immortal.
Right.
But that's not here there. But it's about the kind of product that you put out there. How does it gravitate towards people? How what kind of audience you have? Big Daddy Kane, I don't know how that came up. I mean, Rakim, I don't know how to make mention.
Right.
Like, these are the founders.
Right.
Like, there would be no you without them. Like,
right. Right.
That's what's wrong with everything right now. Like without no Doggie Diamonds, there wouldn't be a lot of other, things going on the
Doggie
internet
Diamonds
right
did
now.
this.
That's an actual
You know what I'm
fact.
saying?
Yeah. So,
That's real.
but
That's real
but
talk.
if you pick
I'm
one
going
Max
with
B
that.
song, right? What song is your favorite song?
Well, I liked him before he went into jail. Like
Okay.
I never been really with the sing songy shit, but there was some sing songy shit that he had before he went into jail. There was a lot of them songs that I liked. Like there was a lot of shit on his mixtapes that I liked. I ain't gonna sit there and hold you up, but
Right.
to put him on a plateau with a Big Daddy Kane, like that's kind of crazy. All them albums that he pushed out there that went platinum in a time where platinum really meant platinum. Like
Right.
that shit really
I
meant.
mean, a million people.
Ain't got
Yeah,
no
facts. Right.
Yeah.
All right.
I love you, my brother.
Yeah. We
Tonight,
holler later on. Thank you for calling in. Just hit that like for me.
definitely
All
did
right,
it.
peace. So we got Sav724 said Max B had a small buzz before he got locked the F up. Before he got locked. Key on. Good job. Kane influenced numerous legends. How many legends did Max influence? 520, what's your name? Where you calling from? 520-370. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Yo, dope.
Nah, your phone, you gotta do better. What's up with your phone?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now.
All right, bet. Yo, Dub P calling from the 520 Tucson, Arizona.
Oh, Arizona, AZ in the building.
Yo, AZ in the building, but let me tell you, I grew up on New York hip-hop, straight
Okay.
up. I'm from the West Coast, but I grew up on New York hip-hop.
Okay.
And I grew up on Big Daddy Kane, Slick Rick, Rakim. Yo, that shit is blasphemous, bro.
That's been a
And,
word of tonight. That's been a word of tonight. Blasphemous.
Yo,
Yeah.
I'm not too familiar with Max B. I heard about him. I kind of know about the wave and all that type of shit. But let me tell you something. Yo, Rakim, microphone fiend.
Ooh, I
The
forget.
first time I heard that shit as a kid, that
Yeah.
shit changed my life. Long live the King.
Right.
Ain't no half stepping. Like, nigga, if you don't go somewhere, he should be ashamed of himself. But here's what I know. That I've learned to separate hip hop from this type of shit right here.
Got you. Let me ask you something. Being from the West Coast, how do you feel about New York artists feeling like, do you feel like New York artists don't protect our legends over here?
No, not at all. To be honest with you, man, to see how, like, I know a common reference is how, like, before all this new shit popped off in Atlanta, how Atlanta artists would always support each other and hold each other down.
Right.
I always just, I just always felt like objectively, there was just always a bravado and like an egotism to East Coast rap that kind of ruined it. You know what I mean?
Right. I agree with you.
Everybody, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, because we definitely got the Willie Lynch out here. Like when you get old, they be like, "Yo, sit your old ass down." But on the West Coast, they'll always respect like E40. They'll always respect Dr. Dre. They'll always respect Short. They'll always respect their legend, Ice Cube. Yeah, out here they be like, "Man, nobody want to hear this old ass no more."
Nobody want to hear that shit. Yeah, and it just, it's sad and unfortunate, man, because it just turned into this type of shit right here. Like I said, respect to Max B. You just asked a question, tell me one Max B song. I can't tell you one Max B.
Wow. All right.
I can't tell you one.
All right, so make sure you hit that like button for me. Let's get some more callers in. I appreciate you.
Well, for sure. One love.
Peace. Yo, it's funny though, because Max B, maybe he influenced like, because Wiz Khalifa always credits him. People like that. Maybe that, but I don't like Wiz Khalifa. Y'all can say what y'all want. I never like Wiz Khalifa. Anyway. 412, what's your name? Where you calling from?
It's Quan. I'm calling from I'm in Texas right now, but I'm from upstate New York.
Okay. What you think about what we talking about?
Well, I think it's blasphemy from Max B. I like Max B a lot, but I'm 37 years old. My mom taught me. Yeah, I grew up off hip hop off my mom, MC Shan, KRS-One, Rakim,
Okay.
like all the old school cats. So I know I'm very diverse in my music. But yeah, Max B tripping, man. You gotta pay homage. So I just seen that's crazy. Before I just called up here, I just seen a video of him dissing Big Daddy Kane about his third album or something.
Right. That's what we.
How he
Yeah.
was
That's
mixing
yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think it's totally disrespectful, man. That's all I really gotta say.
Right. All right. I appreciate you. Make sure you hit the like button for me. That's all I need from you.
I got you.
All right. Peace. I mean, I think people say Max B started like the sing-songy stuff, but I like to tell people, is a guy from North Carolina that was in a group called Little Brother named Fonte. And not to mention that the sing-songy stuff come from, you know, Force MCs, Force MDs, Cold Crush. They was doing that back then. But when we talk about sing-songy stuff, Fonte, a Little Brother, influenced Drake. That's who influenced that. You on the line with Doggie Diamonds. What's your name? Where you calling from?
What's good, bro? It's Second Herbs. It's Cass.
Oh, what's going on, bro?
Brooklyn, but I live in LA.
All right,
what's
listen.
good? How you, man?
I can't complain. What you think we'll be talking about?
All right, well, I see everybody. I respect Max B, though. That's how you feel. You can't get mad at a man for feeling that way. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'm 39, so I know of Big Daddy Kane, but am I a stan? Not really.
Okay.
So I guess it just depends on what you was listening to, you know what I'm saying, in that era. So Max B is more of a New York influence for us, you know what I'm saying? Like he's New York, Connecticut, all of those major markets. Certain people know him outside of New York, but, you know, he went to jail for like 30 years, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I think his run is impeccable, him coming out of jail, doing what he's doing, but that's how he feel. I can't argue with his feelings. That's how he feel.
So could I ask you something?
Is it right?
But
no, that's my fault.
Could I ask you something? So you're saying, Max B did? He said he did 18 years. Throughout
18.
that, but throughout that time, Big Daddy Kane did a verses. He's still Big Daddy Kane. Like he's you know, you understand what I'm saying? Like if you had to say what Max B record is, do he have any top 50 records of all time?
Oh man, I don't think that every Sexy Love and shit like that. You know, his girl records and stuff like that.
Max B.
Touched It in Miami. You said what you said? Like,
do we have
50?
any top 50 records of all time?
No, not at all.
So how?
Not at all. Not at all. I'm not gonna lie. We see what I'm saying? We're talking numbers. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm
you
just
feel
saying,
me?
you know.
But it's hard though. But like I said, I think he could say what if he feel that way. But he's not better than Big Daddy Kane in accolades and none of that stuff. Big Daddy Kane is one of the, you know what I'm saying, the founders of this. Like you said, with Rakim and Melly Mel and all of that. You know what I'm saying? So it just depends on how you feel. But I'm gonna rock with Max B though. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But he's not better than Big Daddy Kane. Let's say I'm not saying that he's better.
You're just saying he got the
You know
right
what I'm
to.
saying?
He's
But
entitled to his own.
he's entitled to his own opinion, man. You know?
Got you. All right. Thank you for calling, bro.
Nah,
We
I
holler later
appreciate
on.
that, bro.
Yep. All right. Later.
All right.
Peace.
All right, one.
I feel like that too. I think I could say I'm better than somebody without dissing somebody else. I think I should do that. What's up? You live on the phone with Doggie Diamonds. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Yo, what's good, Doggie? It's Jay. I'm in North Carolina, but I'm from uptown New York.
NC. I just bigged up Fonte, but continue.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I just want to say I'm as big as a Max B fan as you can be, but yeah, man, he bugging. He bugging out.
Yeah.
Big Daddy Kane, he could have bars for him today.
Right.
He could have bars for him today. I mean, Big Daddy Kane stood toe to toe on Platinum Plus with
Big L.
with Max B's. Yeah.
He stood with Big L.
His schemes with the broccoli Tim joint.
Right. So you said you're a Max B fan. So what if you could name one of his top 50 records, what would it be?
Well, like a record, like a hood anthem, or
I just said any record. You can name a top 50 Big Daddy Kane record, right?
Oh yeah.
You can name an X record that's top 50. You can name a Rakim record.
X is probably the greatest hood.
So
anthem
if you
of
had
all
to
time.
name a top 50 record from Max B, what would it be?
Well, I mean, he wrote Ballin', and he wrote a couple of joints for Jim, but
Listen
for
to me.
himself,
Let me rephrase the question.
yeah.
If you could name a top 50 record that you put on and say, play of that new Max B, what record would that be?
Yeah. Nah, he don't got that. Even the joints with French Montana, he don't. Yeah.
Okay.
He never. Even I don't even think French Montana got it like that. To be honest,
I'm not a French Montana fan. People mad at me because I said he lost.
But you know, you're talking about guys that they come from they not a student of the MCing side of hip hop.
Right.
They kind of like, you know, they go in the studio, they mumble, they raps until they find something. You know what I mean? They not really sitting down, and so I'm not surprised that Max B would say something like that.
Right.
But he still should know his elders.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Got you. All right. Thank you for calling, bro.
Yes,
Just hit
sir.
that likes for me. All right,
my brother.
All right,
you already
peace.
know.
Yep. If y'all are fans of Max B and you want to call in and say one of his big records, let me know. 760. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Oh, this Spinks. I'm calling. Well, I'm actually in Ohio, but
Okay.
I'm from Mississippi.
Okay. So what's your age range? You 40 and up?
Yeah, I'm 40. Shoot, I don't know. Wait, 42. I'm 42.
42. Okay. I was about to say, what do you mean you don't know? You don't know your age, but I'm just saying, all right.
Man, I've been lying for about 10 years, so it's kind of like
messing with them little girls, huh? Nah, I'm only bullshit. I just had to hit you with the juvenile. Okay, so where do you stand on this conversation?
It's about Max B dissing old hip hop legends, right?
He said he
Not
was
old,
big. Yeah,
but,
he said.
you know.
Well, he said he was better than and more influential than Big Daddy Kane, Rakim, and DMX.
Yeah, he did say that. See, I am a Max B fan, and to tell you the truth, when you put him on that camera after he had that dealings with Jim Jones,
right?
That's when I became a fan.
Okay.
And
everybody blame. Nah, they're not gonna do that tonight. You're not gonna blame me. Let's put it on French now. I ain't got nothing to do with it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, he was with Cocaine City, but
no, he wasn't. No, he wasn't with Cocaine City. He went to them. We and Max B, we did the greatest I say the greatest interview of all time. But I'm just saying. So if you a fan,
100%,
right?
Yeah,
so if you a fan, bro, because I could tell you what records I love from Max B, but I'm just want to hear from the audience. If you a fan,
okay,
what is his top record? Because like I said, you can name a Big Daddy Kane record you love. DMX, you love. Rakim, you love. What is Max B's top record of all time?
For me, it's G's Up.
That ain't his record. That's Jim Jones' record.
Yeah, you're right. That's the first time I heard him though.
Okay.
But okay, I got Dead Solver.
Okay.
I got Dead Solver. He even did I kind of caught up to. I was living in San Diego at the time. He had a little song with
Mitchie Slick.
Mitchie
Absolutely.
Slick.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then the Domain Diego. I got the whole album, the Domain Diego.
Okay.
All of it. The Cocaine, Coke Wave. And I can't put. I know all this record. Dang, Dead Solver.
But all right. So if I ask you to name 5 Big Daddy Kane records, you can do that off top, right? Like you wouldn't even have to think hard, right?
I think the only one I kind of rock with is the one Biggie had remade. Ain't No Half Stepping.
That's that was a freestyle that Biggie did. That's Ain't No Half Stepping but that's also
Ain't
like
No Half Stepping.
Mm-hmm.
And Can't Sweat the Technique. Is that
that's Rakim? Don't Sweat the Technique is Rakim. Yeah.
Big Daddy Kane.
Yeah.
Ain't No Half Stepping. That's
one of the greatest records.
South,
you from down south, but it reached you though. So that's important.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, it reached you. That was a big record. And
oh yeah,
Go ahead.
I knew Big Daddy Kane. I know Big Daddy Kane.
Right.
But that's the only record I can.
What
it can
about
come
what
off my
about
dome.
DMX?
Oh yeah. Where my dogs at?
He said he was better than DMX.
The Rough Riders anthem.
See?
Okay. Even that single when he came out, he had that single. He was spitting it. He was spitting it. He came real with it. He that is Where My Dogs Were. Yeah, that's it.
Bro.
That is it.
And you
I'm
know,
tripping.
yeah, you know Rakim music, right?
Yeah, I know Rakim music. Yes.
You say you from Mississippi. I bet you know 10 David Banner songs, right?
Actually, I'm a Big Crit fan. Big Crit from my city.
Oh, Big Crit. Yo, you know I was listening to today?
M-Town.
You know I was listening to today. I don't know why I was on some 3-6 Mafia binging today. I don't know. I was just listening to them all day today. I like 3-6, even though they're from Tennessee. But I'm just saying, I just wanted to say that. All right, bro. Let me get some. Let me get some other callers in. I appreciate your call.
All right, no problem.
Yep. All right. Yeah, he was like, I'm from down south and shit. You know, we still go to, Anyway, call in. Let's get some more callers in. Let me know what you think. If listen, I'm just gonna ask questions for a living.
Doggie Diamonds did this.
So I'm gonna ask you critical questions. Yo, you on the phone live with Doggie Diamonds. What's your name? Where you calling from?
What's good, bro, man? It's me, non-conformist.
Okay.
I'm one of your followers. You probably don't remember right now, but we spoke for a while in the past. I had a session with you and all that.
All great. Listen, we know what we talking about. You hear what we talking about. What's your thoughts?
I mean, Max B is my guy, but you can't compare yourself. I feel like it's not even a comparison when you think of the two. That's like a different era. But if I had to choose one for Max B, it would be Lip Singing.
Okay.
Or Gotta Have It. Those old ones. And that first Who Kid mixtape with French, like when they came out with Steak Sauce and all that. I know that's not him by himself, but like that whole Steak Sauce era, that's the Max I used to like.
I'm gonna keep it real with you. I don't know none of that. You know what's funny? Me personally, I wasn't a real big mixtape dude, and that's really weird, being the fact that I used to do DVDs. But one thing that I didn't like, bro, that the audience would probably, I never like do-over songs. I always like original records. Like I don't like when people do music over and just change the words. I never liked that. That's just me. I like original records. I like when people go in there, or if you use somebody's beat, I don't want to hear what you did to the beat and it's the same thing they did. I want you to go in there, and if it was your beat, how would you have rap to it? That's the type of stuff. But that's just my opinion. Other people like remakes.
I agree.
But at least
it's cool to sample stuff and make it cool.
Right.
Like, that's more of a mixtape vibe. When you're doing your own project, it should be placated on original music, original production.
So if you had to put him against X and Rakim, where do he stand with them?
Hell no, come on. That's my era right there. I'm an 86 baby, so X is my era. Like X is my era.
Right.
X is a whole different paragraph. Like even with all his flaws and all that shit.
Yeah.
X, please. I wouldn't compare him to Half. Nevertheless, Max B.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But Max B is cool. He's real happy. He got his, you know what I mean? He got his second start in life. He just needs to enjoy it and just stay within his parameters.
Right.
Just respect your elders, man. You know what I'm saying? I know he's happy though overall. You know, I'm sure that if you ask him face to face, he didn't mean it how it sounded. You know what I'm saying?
Right. All right. Yeah. So thank you for calling, bro. Make sure you hit that like for me.
You ready, doggy?
All right,
love is love, my bro.
All right. Jim Jones did it last year, 2 years ago, when he said he was better than Nas, but the difference was he ain't better than Nas. That's one difference. And two is I feel like Jim at least tries to compete, and we can name some of his records. We can name some big moments in Jim's career. I can't. Is the biggest thing in Max B career my interview? don't want to think that. Is the biggest thing in his career my interview? I mean, if his pen had anything to do with balling, that's great. I like G's Up. My favorite Max B record is Quarantine. I love that record. Interesting. You on the line with Doggie Diamonds? What's your name? Where you calling from?
Yo, I'm LC, straight out of Crenshaw District, Los Angeles, to be specific.
Okay. What's the Crenshaw district? Is that Leimert Park?
Yeah, it's right. It's right. Basically, you could consider that, you know what I mean, that area like part of the low key the Crenshaw District, because it's like basically Crenshaw District stretches from I'll say a little bit before Jefferson Boulevard and all the way up to Crenshaw and Vernon and
Okay.
actually no, a little bit actually to Slauson. Actually, that go all the way to Slauson. I consider that the Crenshaw District.
Got you.
It
All
is
right.
a real district.
So you hear the conversation. What are we talking about tonight? What do you think? What do you think when Max B said that he's better and more influential than DMX, Big Daddy Kane, and Rakim?
Now, this is my personal opinion as a LA West Coast guy.
Right.
Now, that was an abomination. Like from the outside looking in, I don't see New York really like even not putting a legends in the pedestal, you know? Like I don't ever see Brooklyn ever disrespecting Biggie at all. You can't fight it. You could look high, you could look low, you could look in between the cracks and crevices. You won't see the Brooklyn dude disrespecting Biggie.
Right.
And I see that sentiment out there, like when it comes to like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like okay, let me put it to you like this. Rakim to this day, he still performs, he still do live without any backup vocals.
Right.
Ever since Max B got out of jail, he been tucked under the armpits of French Montana. All them shows he performing at, those are French Montana shows. Those are his fans out there. He needs to do a show or do a tour or something like that with just him, and you know what I'm saying, not ride, you know what I'm saying, French's wave and ride his own wave, because he is the wave.
Got you. I mean, I can't. So being from the left coast, when you hear people disrespect the New York legends, and do you look at us funny? Do you look at us New Yorkers funny?
Hold on, you was kind of breaking up.
I said being from the West Coast, when you see New York people diss New York legends, how do you feel about the East Coast after that?
Nah, I still mess with the East Coast. I got love for the East Coast.
Let me pose the question better. How do you feel about the people in the East Coast letting our legends get dissed? Like, how do you feel about that? Do you feel we should be more protective of our legends out here?
Yes, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, we need to. Yeah, they need to be protected for sure, because man, they changed the landscape. Like Nas is in my top 3,
right?
You know, and he done did things as far as like storytelling that was never done before. Like songs like
Rewind.
I Gave You Power.
Yeah, Rewind. Yeah.
That will blow when people first heard that, people wigs flip like, damn, I never heard anybody tell a story like backwards like that and make it sound so good and so eloquent. You know, like that's like when you push the envelope like that for the rap game, you know what I'm saying? Like that's monumental. And I'm sure like Rakim and Big Daddy Kane did the same thing as far as like rhyming and word patterns, you know, because you know when they were coming up, they were considered the new school as opposed to like like the Sugar Hill Games and stuff like that when it was more simplistic. You know what I mean?
Right. Right. All right, bro. Thank you for calling. Shout out to the whole West Coast.
I appreciate you.
Yep, I appreciate you. Make sure you hit that like button for me, bro.
Right.
Yep, peace. Yo, you know it's dope ass Rakim song. Remember, in the ghetto, planet Earth was my place to birth. And then I want to know what's on your mind. Fire. All right, let me take this last caller. I'm gonna make this the last caller. What's up? You on the line with Doggie Diamonds? What's your name? Where you calling from?
My name's Dre. I'm calling from Detroit.
Detroit in the building. Some of my favorite producers is from Detroit. Let's just name them really quick. Let me just get this out the way because you know production is my favorite thing. So we're gonna start with Jay Dilla. We're gonna go to Black Milk. We're gonna go to Denon Porter. Those are my favorite producers from there.
I can't argue against it, especially when you put Jay Dilla. You always gonna be at the top.
Jay Dilla, Denon Porter. I even like Illa J, the little bro, but you know, Jay Dilla is Jay Dilla. And again, I like Denon Porter. Denon Porter's fire. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right, bro. So you hear the conversation. You from the D. What you think about what we talking about?
So I always compare things to basketball.
Okay, that's fine.
When Michael Jordan came to the league, as great as Michael Jordan was, he never said, "I'm better than Magic."
Right.
I'm better than Bird. I'm better than Isaiah. Even though he knew his game was probably better than this, even though he knew personally, I can do things that they cannot do defensively. I can score in ways that they cannot score. I'm not going to put myself in a position to get criticized because that would look bad on me. He always showed respect to the players that came before him until he earned his keeps. And Jordan never had to say, "I'm the best," because he let his game do the talking. So when you look at hip-hop, it's kind of in the same way. Max B is not in those conversations. He's not in those GOAT conversations. When people bring up the legends, people bring up the Jay-Z's, the Nas's, the Biggies, the Pops, you ain't hearing Max B name. So now I got to take a page out of Jim Jones' book and come and try to integrate myself into something that I know I'm not a part of. And that's when you feeling yourself too much. You will never be in that if your game don't speak for itself. And obviously it's not speaking for itself, so he got to speak for himself.
Hey, I let you talk. That's the thing about me. I'm gonna let you talk. All right, bro, man. Thank you for calling. You was my last caller for the night. I appreciate you.
Right.
Shout out to Detroit. Only thing I need you to do is make sure you hit that like button for me.
All right, that's what's up.
All right, peace. Yep. All right, that was the last caller, y'all. I'm not gonna take no more callers for the night. I do want to say, super chat was sent in by Sarv724, and he said, "I don't dislike Max B, but I didn't know about him until after the Dipset movement ended and his Jim Jones beef. What is he really known for?" Hey, man. I don't want to take credit for that. And I want to say in Max's defense, I never asked Max B for an interview since he been home. Just like I never did another interview with Ali Vegas. I'm a type of individual, when I do something that's so dope, I do not try to outdo myself. I think it lessens the value of the dopeness that we remember. So when you do something that's considered classic, I leave it there. I don't try to redo classics. I'm the type of person that I don't like Illmatic 2. I don't like continuation albums. That's just me. Right? I don't like continuation albums. So when people do something dope, I just don't try to do it again. That's just me. You know, I don't try to do it again. So I think sometimes I can lessen the value of it. Like picture if Michael Jordan left it at the fadeaway and never went to the Wizards. You know, that's it. You know what I'm saying? Max B shouted me out. Him and Fendi shouted me out when they sat down. But Fendi called me. Like, it's a lot of stuff that I do get called for. And I want y'all to know that I do. I don't I don't I don't take a lot of interviews. And it ain't nothing against the people who's calling me to do it. And it ain't nothing for the people that's calling me to assist them and stuff. But I just been, I've been trying to get back to what I do. You know what I'm saying? I've helped enough. I helped enough, I assisted enough. It's about me, and my brand and what I got going on right now. I don't want to promote nobody unless they pay me. Like I don't want to do a lot of things no more. And I got my own stuff going on. But shout out to y'all, man. Y'all are very, very important to me, to my channel. I don't know if y'all are getting the content. I put up 2 videos today. I don't know if y'all got that, but periodically I'm gonna be putting up videos throughout the day. Also, I'm gonna go live every day again. And I'm gonna have y'all call in and be a part of what it is that I do, because y'all will appreciate it. I don't want to keep y'all here for 2-3 hours as well. But yeah, I appreciate y'all. I work really, really hard on my artwork, my music. I work hard. Like I said, I got a dual screen here. I got a MacBook over there. I got a lot that I work on. But and I'm on Facebook, and the name of it is facebook.com/Doggie Diamonds Facebook. That is the actual URL. So that's it, man. And yo, I just gotta, oh man. Found this audio I was looking for. It's in trouble, but niggas is in trouble. But I do want to say this before I go. In this culture that we in, have I interviewed AZ? Absolutely. In this culture that we in, maybe Max B don't really feel like that. Right? Maybe he is bullshitting. But y'all don't think that is sad that some people got to do and say certain things to garner attention? Because if he dropped a song, right, would everybody talk about the record? I don't think we talk about the music enough anymore. I think we talk about what everybody said or did. But do we actually talk about the songs anymore? I don't think we do. I don't think we talk about the actual music process. Like when you hit play, pow, and that song came on. I don't think we talk about that no more. I think we talk about interviews. Because basically, if we want to be real, I'm sitting here covering an interview, right? So people gotta say things in an interview to get people to speak about it. Because we're not talking about none of the music. We're not talking about the fact that 50 was angry at everybody who messed with Ross. He stopped messing with Big Meech, but French and Max Ross was with him at the verses. You understand what I'm saying? So it's a lot that we'll just close our eyes to, but then it's a lot that we act like it bothers us. You know what I'm saying? Like it's the end of the world. I don't know. But the most important thing, Rich Forever said the shit is trash. That's why I could. Goodness gracious. Q Trucker said, I like Max B, but he's talking like he had Billboard hits. You a mixtape rapper, respectfully. Do y'all like any of his songs though? Because what did y'all like? You know what I'm saying? If y'all liked anything from him, put it in the chat. Put songs in there that y'all did like from Max. You know what I'm saying? Somebody said it's too Ira God Bolt. That's your name. Says it's too much interview and podcast going on, but nobody is talking about the music. Before I go, I do want to say this. That is one of the things that bothers me about music artists doing podcasts. that they don't talk about the music. I don't know if y'all saw my Gunplay interview. I like asking artists music business questions, right? I like to ask artists about their deals, about their publishing. I feel like a lot of these artists who have these shows could really, really school us, y'all, on the music business, being that so many of the youth, so many black and brown people aspire to be in the music business because everybody profess to be rich. But I know a lot of these dudes that's pop that talk that rich shit, and they only really rich because they don't pay their people, or the money that they get that they don't pay their people. I'm gonna say that again. A lot of people only have what they have because they don't do right by their people. That's why they got disgruntled people. That's why years later somebody come and say, yo, I did this, I did that, I didn't get paid. That's just the truth. So I think it's a lot of people who front and talk this money shit and this rich shit, but they don't pay their people. And your people is your team, from the lowest person on the team to who you think is the highest person, because everybody adds on to building you. So you can't use that we stuff like when I win, we win, because when you win, your win don't pay my bills. So accolades, shout outs, credit, that shit ain't gonna cut the mustard. If you really getting bread, pay your people. And rappers, I'm producer first. I'm DJ, producer, rapped a little bit, media last. Listen to me. Producers, stop giving these dudes beats if they not going to pay you. Then ain't nothing a good look for you because ain't nobody popping like that. Unless you did a free beat for Jay-Z or somebody that's going to put the music out, please stop telling people it's going to be a good look for you, for them to rap on your music. It's not a good look for you because a lot of these individuals don't know about meta tags. They don't know about splits. They don't know about sound exchange. They don't even know how to register their records. So at least maybe you might get some back-end money. They don't know nothing. A lot of these dudes are dumb rappers. That's it. A team full of yes men and a team full of people who cannot execute, and all they want is likes and fire emojis, and they feel like they made it. That ain't gonna help you. You understand what I'm saying? That's not gonna help you. Please register your music, get your etiquette right. Again, man, you know, I could talk about this all day. I try to, but this ain't popular conversation. You know, people rather talk about sensationalized shit or hear it. You know, because if you watch the Gunplay interview, he say how he sold his publishing. I be trying to give y'all jewels in these interviews. You know what I'm saying? But I gotta put a sensationalized title for people to listen to it. But I'm always gonna give you great information if you want to be in this culture. It's not always about who winning on who or trying to find some dirt on somebody. People getting done dirty as far as the business. Even my content that I put out with Heineken today, we was talking about how a lot of us minority content creators, how they playing with our numbers and views. And I got people in the comments like, oh, y'all just making excuses. You say that shit till you sit on the side of it. You tell me a video that could have 1,000 likes and not have 4,000 views. I got videos with 50,000, 60,000 likes. No, 60,000 views with 400 likes. So again, you know, we got a lot to talk about. We got a lot of banding together that we doing behind the scenes. because it's a lot going on. And I'm gonna tell y'all this: if y'all want messy shit, if y'all want sensationalized stuff, nobody got more than that than me. If y'all want it, hey, supply and demand. Cause I ain't gonna be in the corner begging for change because my YouTube ain't cracking. Nah, we gonna get to it because I got it. Just don't get mad at me when I start putting out shit. You know what I'm saying? You said you black, you're not a minority, but we are a minority on YouTube. That's what I meant. But you know, whatever. Yo, I appreciate y'all. Until next time. Listen, also, I do a $100 promo. $100 promo where it could be your music, your video, your YouTube, whatever it is. Hit me up on the DM. I could promote you on all of my platforms. Also, listen, you trying to get interviewed, 35-minute interviews right now I'm doing. Just hit me up. We work that out. Everything is at Doggie Diamonds. And listen, man, follow me on Facebook. I got something cracking going on Facebook. You see the URL, facebook.com/Doggie Diamonds Facebook. Until next time, I appreciate y'all. Please hit the like button for me. Please leave a comment. And if you could, hype the video up. I need all them hypes. I appreciate y'all. I see y'all tomorrow night. Same time, same YouTube. Until next time, we out. Okay, I work hard on these graphics. Don't forget.
Doggie Diamonds did this.
Yes. What did I say?
Doggie Diamonds did this. Doggie Diamonds did this.